Friday morning first rates after a rather busy evening and a hectic morning. I think we are in for a good start. Good start because benchmark indices are off to decent gains. The breadth of the market is looking seemingly positive, and which is what you want to see. You want the breadth of the market to come out of the ICU. You want mid and small cap stocks which have gone on the butcher block to start stabilizing. So breadth for me, I think, is the biggest appealing factor. There are no sectors which I can pinpoint and say, okay, tariff has not been imposed, so they would rally. No, tariffs are coming, but they will come from 1st of April. The list comes from 2nd, they would be imposed. But still, let's look at it. Pharma, textiles, two sentimental impact. For pharma, it's Sun Pharma, Aurobindo, Cipla, Dr. Reddy. Big positioning in US. So no market reaction whatsoever, at least. The textile, not too many, but there is Welspun, there is Indocount, there is Gokuldas. And let's see some of those stocks. So no real, it's Welspun Corp and Welspun Textiles, not Welspun Enterprises. Welspun Enterprises is what India business pays. Welspun Textile, I think, is a better representation. So no large fireworks there. I think markets are moving independently of what the news flow is. But in terms of the small cap index, flat. In terms of the market breadth, good. It's the mid cap space or mid cap stocks which are doing all the heavy lifting.
All right, that's the mid-cap stocks that are doing the heavy lifting today. The breadth of the market is quite favorable, but let's also look at some of the movers on the back of the earnings as well. It's United Breweries leading it from the front in terms of the F&O space, a 3% jump coming in on that particular stock. Other than that, the metals are shining bright. Take a look at SAIL, that's up around 2.5%. National Aluminium, almost a 2% jump there, and even stocks like Hindalco on the back of the earnings are doing well today. The pharma, from the pharma pack, it's Ipca Lab that is once again doing pretty well in today's trading session. But on the flip side, have a look at Deepak Nitrite. That was one of the worst quarters for Deepak Nitrite. The stock is down around 7.5%, but let's see whether or not we happen to see some recovery, because the management is quite confident of building on to volumes from these levels, and they are also saying that they are already witnessing a pickup in the international sales as well. Manappuram Finance is down about 3% on the back of not a great set of earnings, and even stocks like some of these pharma majors like Glenmark and Torrent Pharma, they are also down in the trade right now. Other than that, what we are spotting is that yes, from the metal pack, that is doing well. RBL Bank 2 is also up around 2% right now. But all in all, believe that sectorally, it's the day of metals that is taking the lead in today's.
Right, absolutely. But let's take a look at some of the high flyers in yesterday's trading session. Let's take a look at Natco Pharma. Another day of slump coming in for Natco Pharma. The earnings were disappointing, especially also when you talk about generic Revlimid as well. The sort of an outlook wasn't great on that particular front, so that's weighing heavy on Natco Pharma again in trade today. Let's take a look at Suven Pharma. Remember, that one saw a sharp spike in yesterday's trading session on back of its earnings. Where the stock is today, taking a bit easy. We will be joined by the management later on the show. Apart from that, take a look at Honasa Consumer. Yesterday, this particular stock saw an uptick of as much as 8% on an intraday basis. Today, it's a bit lower. The brokerages are actually flagging about some concerns on this one, so that one is taking it a bit easy in trade today. Apart from that, take a look at what Godfrey Phillips is doing. That one, I believe, is reacting to some sort of to its numbers. SAIL, once again, like the way how Shrishti highlighted as well, a lot of brokerages positive post its numbers, so that one also is seeing a good and steady up move in trade today. But Naresh, coming to you, what would be your first trades in today's trading session?
So continue to like UPL on dips. If it makes an intraday dip, that would be a buy.
Okay.